Hello Flight Simmers, this is Sanjay. Welcome back to my first video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a cold and dark startup with the Boeing 737 Zibo mod. So now we're going to go into an airport. We're going to go to one of the gates, and then we're just going to get right into it. It's loading. So basically, a cold and dark startup is when the plane is at the gate and it's completely switched off, like not even the battery's on, and then you have to start up the plane fully so you can fly. So basically that beginning process we're going to cover, but we won't cover the FMC. We'll cover that in another video. And I'll also be showing you this plugin that will help you a lot with the cold and dark startup, trust me. Just need to let this load. Okay guys, as you can see, we're now inside X-Plane. As you can see, the plane is completely switched off. That means it's dark, it's cold. So now, this video is going to tell you how to get this up and running fully. So you can get out of the gate, push back, go to the taxiway, and take off. Okay, so first thing first, I gotta show you this plugin. It's called X Checklist. I'll be covering in the next video how to download it, but basically it's a plugin that tells you lots of checklists, like every single checklist you need to take off and shut down the plane when you land. So right here it says battery closed, right? So we're gonna go to the overhead panel, and then we're going to turn on close the panel. And then as you can see, it automatically checks it. Like some of them it does it, others you have to manually do it. Like the brightness or light, I'll just keep it off, so I'll just check it. The green status light for the here and the MCP, we're good. So basically just follow the steps of the X checklist, and look at me to see where all the controls are and stuff. So now we have to do the fire tests. Just had to fix my sound there. Okay, so now I'm going to do the fault and in-op test. As you can see, right below the fuel mixture, it says fault in-op. We're going to put it to the left because it says left. We got two enunciators, and then we have to turn to the right, and then bells will sound, as you can see. And then the fire extinguisher test, it's on this side, this thing. Left and right. And now, if ground power is available, we can turn it on. It's available right now, but if you want to connect the GPU to us, you go to ground services and connect GPU. Do that. Okay, now the GPU is connected. The position lights, which is right here, we gotta put it on steady, so bring it down one notch. The wheel well lights are like exterior inspection, but since you can't really inspect the aircraft that well, or I don't want to, I'm just gonna skip that step, so I'll go directly to the next checklist. Wing light, there's no IC, there's no ice. Not really icy outside. There's no ice in our wing. It's not dark, so we don't need the logo light. Turn on our electric hydraulic pumps. Now we have to turn on our service doors and cargo doors. So I'm going to be going here to the iPad, and then we're going to open both service doors and both cargo doors. As you can see, they are opening. Cargo doors and service doors. So on the right side are the service doors, left side are the entry doors where the passengers enter. As you can see. So unblocked fuel is part of the flight plan. We won't be covering that. Fuel truck, you can refuel the plane if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that. Okay, now we're going to start the service crew. Now the overhead panel, we can turn on the panel lights if we want to. And I'd just like to cover, set means you have to do it. Like you have to set the button or knob or something. Check means you check if it's working, check if it's on or something. As needed, it's optional. It's like panel light, I prefer to have it on, so I'm just gonna turn it on. There we go. And emergency exit lights are guard is closed and armed. The cabin attend button, it's down here, it says attend. And ground call. Okay. And now, also, if the controller, the lever or something is already checked or already complies with the checklist, it'll automatically check itself off. So you don't need to worry if it checks it. Okay, so the flap indicator. Corresponding flap leaving position. Yep, flaps 0, flaps here is 0. So we can check that off. Take off config. So we're gonna put the left thrust lever. Okay, the left side it sounded, and the right side it sounded. So now we have to do the cargo fire test, and it's gonna be right in this area, right under the fire extinguisher. So we're gonna click test. We did that, and also if you want, you can do the flood and panel lights. I usually like the panel lights for some reason. Okay, the Howland fire extinguisher, it's installed and it's fixed. The circuit breaker panel, usually you can just go like right here to see if you pop any of them. As you can see, none of them are popped. You also need to check the other side as well. So we can check that off. The emergency escape rope is in place for the first officer. So now we're going to go to the very top, above all the regular controls, and we're going to go open the flight recorder, what's that called? The guard. Open the guard, and then you're going to put it to test. And now you're going to close the guard. Just don't put it back to normal, just close the guard. And then now you got to do the Mach airspeed warning. Okay, we did that. Now we did the stall warning. And by the way, you need 6 minutes of AC power, like ground power, or APU. The mic selector will go to flight up here for the person in the jump seat. That's why it's up here. The IRS, which is like this area, like you see, like the GPS and stuff. We're gonna put that to nav, and we're gonna put the display selector to heading and SPS. So it says how long there's left. 7 minutes. Okay, so for the captain, the emergency escape rope is here, and the circuit breakers are not popped. The master lights. The master lights are basically this light. It basically tests every single light in the plane. Wait, yeah, see? Tests every single light in the plane to see if a fuse is popped or the light won't work. As you can see, it's working just fine. So now you can check the autopilot disconnect lights and test it. You have to test 1 and then 2, not 2 and then 1. And you have to do it for both sides. Okay, now you can put the lights on bright. Now you have to check the pilot's oxygen mask. For that, you'd go here. Just push this red button and then hold. That's the emergency. The push is the normal, the emergency is the hold. So, okay, so now you can configure the wheels in the way. Okay, good. So you can configure the lights here. Just gonna put these on bright, as I like to. And then we can turn on the airport button in the map, as you can see it's showing. Terrain, we can put it, this is terrain. Minimums. So minimums is basically I really don't know what minimums is, but in order to set it up, all you'd have to do is go to AV tab. You need to download AV tab. I'll also do that in another video. And then go to airports, and then put our airport code. So Atlanta is KATL, Catal, Arthur Jackson next. And then you can see it's 1,000 feet above ground. So 1,000 plus 1,020. So 2,021 is our minimum. Okay, as you can see, 1,021. Okay, we have hit 2021, good. Now we have to do the same thing for the first officer side. Normal test. The oxygen mask. Put the panel lighting, I'm gonna put it on bright, max. The GPWS, the ground warning system thing. So, just click it once.
Oh, up.
And then it's gonna say everything.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Okay. The GPWS works. Now you have to put the clock on UTC. As you can see, it's on UTC for that side. It's now on UTC. Okay, both are on UTC. Terrain radar for first officer needs to come on. Service crew on the ground need to stop. And then now we close the service doors. Okay, and now we can open the forward doors and the entry doors so the passengers can enter. I'm not going to open the aft door because as you can see, the gate can only cover the front, so yeah. Okay, now we're not going to worry about flight plan. We're going to start the flight leg. Now the passengers are going to start entering, as you can hear. Okay, we're going to skip the FMC. I'll do another video on that. Okay, flight controls. We're going to turn on the yaw damper on the upper left. It's set. Center fuel pumps are on. All the fuel pumps are on. Cross speed, we need to turn it on and then let the blue light dim. This valve open. Okay, now we can turn it back off. Okay, now we're gonna put the electrical AC switch to AQ. And then now we're gonna turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. We're gonna turn on the windows, which are up here.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
Okay, and now we're gonna go here, click system, and we can see that our pressure is above 2800 and our quantity is above 76%. And now the display, and there we go. Cabin differential pressure is on 0, as you can see. And then the cabin altitude is within airport altitude, and the climb is at 0. Trim air is gonna come on. It's at the upper right corner. The forward cab selector, or cabin, like the AC, it's gonna be auto or set. Aim. Yeah, it's gonna be at auto. The con cabin, turn left 1. Aft cabin, turn right. So it should be like this configuration. Turn the con cabin left 1, forward stays same, aft cabin, turn right 1. And that's assuming the temperatures are normal. If you're at like Dubai, you better put all the AC down. Okay, the packs, the air conditions can go to auto. Flight altitude, let's just say we're going to cruise at, let's say 17,000. And our logo lights don't need to come on. Okay, now our MCP panel. We can turn on our flight director. We're not going to worry about that. Auto brakes RTO, which means like if you do a rejected takeoff, then the auto brakes will activate. Now you have to reset the fuel flow, like that. And now we're good. You can skip the frequencies. Mic selector. It's gonna be 1 for the pilot, 2 for the co-pilot. Flight deck door is closed. Now that all that noise is gonna be gone. Which is perfect. Okay, so now you don't need this. It's basically briefings, but I don't have a co-pilot, so. Okay, now you do the welcome message. Close all the doors.
I'd like to welcome you on board.
Yes.
We're ready up front. Everybody's closed up outside, and we're just waiting.
And then you would start the
Clearance from
APU.
air traffic control. It should be underway. So I'm afraid I pleasure having you on board with us today. Sit back, relax,
There you go.
enjoy the flight. Should be underway here shortly. Thanks for flying with Delta today.
We don't need any of this because that's part of the FMC. Okay, so then what you do is put it. We don't need any of this. Transponders and alt off. We have to put it alt off. There we go. Anti-collision lights on. Hacks off for engine start. And then from here you do pushback, taxi, all that. So that's basically how to get out of a cold or dark start. And by the way, the reason the map didn't activate is because I gotta enter our IRS. So
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
thank you. Have a good one. So then I'll just put the IRS position, the GPS. And as you can see, it has come. So that's basically how you do the cold and dark start for a 737 Zibo. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more content on X-Plane and soon to be Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Have a good day and goodbye.